A children's hospital in Colorado is making a big change. They are removing gender markers from patient wristbands.
So patients will no longer see an F for female or an M for male on their bands. The hospital says this is part of an effort to support gender equality and transgender patients. The idea started with a gender diversity task force and is now being used across the hospital. People weighing in on social media, many of them not liking this change. Like one person who says, regardless of how progressive you like to be, you have to realize there is at least a little bit of insanity associated with this proclamation. Josh expressing concern, saying male or female are very important distinctions when administering care. Omitting that information is as careless as omitting allergy information. Well, the hospital says patients' names, medical record number, and date of birth is the essential information on the ID wristbands. Even though gender has been removed, the information is still available in their medical records. And they also say that the patient's safety is not impacted by this. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, so I hear this and I hear what patients are saying. Absolutely. However, I think it could make things even more awkward or even more difficult for someone. Say somebody is transgender or they're not completed with their change yet and they need to be treated in a medical way, for a physician to come up and say, trying to assess the situation, are you currently male or female? You know what I mean?
Point too. I get that
Having
point.
to ask that question might make things even worse. It's already difficult to have a bunch of medical questions. I would rather just the current situation be on the wrist.
And they're not assuming anything either. Let's say the patient's name is Hunter.
Sure.
Well, I know a female named Hunter. There are males named Hunter. You know, that will help you know that, okay, I'm walking in to deal with so-and-so, a name like Jamie. There's so many names where you could think, you automatically think, okay, that's a male, and it's not. So I think it would help in that sense, too. I never really thought about that being a hindrance. I know they're trying to make sure they're being more inclusive, but I get what people are saying. This right here could slow down the process.
It just could be a little bit difficult.